Okay, we're going to start with a D major scale ascending, and we're going to start with slurring every 2 notes. So when you slur on a stringed instrument, you just keep your bow going in the same direction, even when you change the note. So I'm going to play D to E. So I was doing a down bow for both notes, but I was still changing the note. Just try that on D and E. Ready, and. That's it. Good, so now we're going to play the scale ascending, and you're going to slur every 2 notes. So D and E will be slurred together, F sharp and G, etc. Okay? Ready, and. And that also applies to longer notes, so that you don't use up all your bow on the first note. Okay? Now we're going to try some staccato notes. And for staccato, you want to play kind of in the middle of your bow, and you just want to start and stop abruptly on the string. But you don't want to play it too lightly. Okay, so make sure you're still pressing down on the string normally. Okay, we're going to do 4 notes on each note of the scale. So D, 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 E, E. Okay? There you go. Ready, and. Measures 8 and 9. She has some staccato notes on the brass 8th note part. Ready, and 1. And 1. Good. Okay, so she has some staccatos there. Now, violins 1 and 2, take a look at measure 13 and 14. So you're slurring together the first 2 notes, then the next 2 notes, and then in that last measure on that page, you're slurring together all 3 notes. So just remember, when you're slurring, keep the bow moving in the same direction, even though you're changing the note. Okay, let's just try the last 2 measures on the first page. 1, 2, ready, and. Yep, that's it. Okay, so let's try to play all the way through Joy to the World with all of the articulations in there that you see. So if you have staccatos, remember keep them nice and short, and then slurs, keep your bow moving in the same direction. Okay, measure 5, all 3 parts. Ready, and. Staccatos. Now let's talk about the dynamics. Okay, we start off at forte, so what does that mean?
Loud.
Yep. And then second to last measure on the first page, we have mezzo forte, so that means?
Kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of. So medium loud, so just a little bit less than forte. Top of the second page, we have piano, which means?
Quiet.
Right, quiet. And then mezzo piano, so just a little bit louder. And then we end at what dynamic level?
Forte.
Forte, yep. Okay, so now let's go back to measure 5. I know we're paying attention to a lot of things, the articulations and the dynamics, but see if you can add both of those in now. Ready, and. That's it, good. Violins, back on the first page, the bottom system, when you have that whole note tied to the dotted half note, just make sure you don't use all your bow in like the first few beats, because then you're going to run out, so just save it and paste that out a little bit more. Okay? And also, violins, top of the second page, when you're playing the staccatos, make sure you're listening to each other and also keeping the beat, because those are rushing just a little bit. So even though you're playing staccato, make sure you're still keeping a nice strict tempo there. Can we start on the last 2 measures of the first page? We're going to play from there to the end, keeping in mind all of the articulations and dynamics. Right on B1. Ready, and.